Hi, everyone. I'm off today, so I'm enjoying a nice, easy day at home. And wanted to do a live talk. And I thought I wanted to do one that talked about, doing all things with love. But, I usually meditate for a minute before I do any live talk to sort of make sure I'm speaking, I'm grounded, and I'm clear about what I'm saying. And what actually came through was I wanted to talk about instead of coming from love and doing all things with love, which I might still touch upon. I want to talk about what makes a person rich versus poor, and what makes one attractive or beautiful versus the latter, right? I don't think there is such a thing as ugly. I think ugly, it's really a perceptions in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And so what one might consider ugly is simply just beautiful to someone else. So let's start with the definition of rich. Hi, Hina. So let's talk about what makes one rich, right? Is it your bank balance? Is it the big house you own? Is it the beautiful cars you own? What makes you rich? So yes, technically, having a lot of money, having financial security and stability is absolutely important, no doubt, right? I'm not proposing poverty by any means. I think poverty sucks. But also, does that necessarily make you rich? And I disagree. I don't think it does, because I know plenty of people who are very, very rich and yet are quite unhappy. Most all of us know about Steve Jobs, right? This man, revolutionary, right? I mean, come on, he changed the world. We changed the way we communicate and live in the world, right? I mean, almost every house, or home, unless you're not an Apple person, right, but has some form of his, devices. And yet, with all his billions of dollars, this man couldn't buy himself his health. And unfortunately, sadly, he left the world, when it was his time to go. By some standards, he left too early, but he was rich, right? He was rich, but yet, for the most part of his life, he didn't have a good relationship with his kids, with his ex-wife. He wasn't close to his kids. And money didn't buy him, life. Money didn't buy him happiness. So what makes you rich? For me, I think richness comes with contentment, peace of mind, being happy just where you are. If you have $1 million whatever it is, or a couple $1 million, or 10 million, or whatever your definition of rich is, if you've met that standard and you're actually at peace and content in that, awesome, you're rich. But if you have a small little hut somewhere, or if you live, in a roommate situation, whatever it is, and you're still content and happy, then you're rich, right? Because to me, being rich is a state of mind, not your bank balance. Being rich is your sense of peace in your heart, your sense of contentment. Do you live in a state of gratitude? Are you grateful for whatever God has given you? Do you walk in grace? Do you walk in humility? Do you live happiness? Do you live with joy? Do you live with happiness? Then you're rich, as far as I'm concerned. So my definition is a little different. So, that's one thing. So let's talk about beauty. As I date out there, and I talk to a lot of, my girlfriends and my male friends who are single, it's interesting because we get into these conversations around what is beautiful, right? And it's funny because, yes, you've got the physical idea of beauty. I mean, my God, I live in Miami, right? Latin women, God bless them. God took his time or her time making these beautiful women. But does that necessarily, mean that they're beautiful? Sure, they're good to look at, right? But so are all women, women from all walks of life, or men from all walks of life. Physical skin deep is only that. It's only skin deep. What makes a person beautiful, right? And again, we all know people who are very attractive, and we can think of movie stars, and we can think of maybe people we know, and yet not the nicest person that you really, want to be around, right? Or something about them is not always, beautiful. So for me, beauty is not just skin deep. Beauty is not just the size you are. Beauty is not the shape you are. Beauty is not the color of your skin. Beauty is not the way you style your hair. Beauty is the reflection of your soul. Beauty is the character of you. The beauty is how you interact and treat other people. Beauty is the way you speak, the way you live, the way you exemplify love in your life. That is beautiful, right? And so, a person may not be the perfect size, or they may not have a great bank balance, or they may not, whatever the worldly definitions are, but that doesn't necessarily negate them from being beautiful, right? So I think, we need to think about that a little, again, just a little, humble offering. And originally I wanted to do the talk about, doing all things with love. So, no matter what we do in our life, no matter what it is, right? Whether we're happy about the job we do or whether we're not happy about the job we do, I am blessed where I love what I do for a living. I look forward to going to work. It's my life's calling. But unfortunately, I do work with people that, are there doing, I have a friend of mine at work who is a janitor and who has a master's degree. And he's not happy, but yet he does it with joy. He does it with gratitude. He exemplifies humility and grace and acceptance of wherever he is in life right now. Or if you're a stay-at-home parent, or if, whatever it is you're doing, whether you're taking care of your kids or whether you're doing, serving or whatever it is you're doing, we always have a choice. We can have our attitude. We choose our attitude. Nobody else can make us feel anything unless we allow them to, right? And there are days, like yesterday was a very heavy emotional day for me. I think it was just because I was PMSing and whatnot. So hormonally, I was all over the place. And I was questioning myself, why am I here? And it was a slow day at work, which doesn't help me because then I'm just sitting around literally reading or twiddling my thumbs or, helping out whatever I can, but not much to do. But it just, again, no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm just, cleaning up, the kitchen, or whether I'm on the phone with someone or whatever, whatever it is I'm doing, let's choose to do it with an attitude of love. Let's choose to do it with an attitude of humility. Let's do with joy, because again, the fact that we're alive and we have family and we have friends, we're rich. They're alone, we're already ahead of the game because, we're not dead, right? So we have a opportunity to show up every day the best way we can, and we choose how we can show up. So what I'm challenging, what I'm proposing, what I'm humbly requesting is we consciously choose our attitude. We choose our intention in what we do. Let's choose love versus fear. Let's choose love versus anger and regret. And again, like I've said, it's always love versus fear, no matter what emotions you pick. The base emotion of all the positive emotions is always from a place of love, and the base emotion of all the negative emotion is always fear. So choose, live with intention, live with purpose, live with clarity, because it's your life, it's our life, right? I mean, why sleepwalk through life? Anyways, thank you so much for listening. I pray this has been helpful. I pray this makes you think a little bit about something, and I pray it helps you, do things a little different. And as always, if this has been helpful, please share, please comment, and thank you so much for your time. Lots of love, lots of light. Love and God bless. Take care. Bye.